What is up, everybody? Welcome in to AGL's quarterfinals, I believe, round 1 of playoffs. Tonight, we got SS03 as they take on Malevolent. Map 1 coming out of here will be Chalet. Let's flip over these map bands and take a quick look at them. As I was saying, starting it up with Chalet, following it up with Skyscraper to end it out on Clubhouse as our decider, assuming we go that far. Now, these two teams should be pretty decent to watch. We know Malevolent, we see them every day. SS03, my first time seeing them out here, but I mean, I'm hoping for some big things from this team. You know, you push through AGL, y'all made it this far. Now's the time, y'all just lock it in, try and bring home a win for your teams. Let's see if we can find some statistics about these guys, though, as we're just sitting here, you know. Gotta find some good stats. I'm not seeing much. There's map results. SS03 finished second in their group, right behind Team Denial's Academy. They went 3-3 throughout the stage with a 43-39 round differential. Not a bad stat line, to be honest, but if you look over here at Malevolent, who went through the season undefeated. I mean, if these guys carry this on, if they go all the way to finals, win out finals, they will not have dropped a single game. That is a perfect record, comparable to the 79 Dolphins. A round differential of 43-14. Now, that's a thing of beauty. What the heck did this dude say? The hungriest dog gets the worm before the apple tree falls. Remember that. I think I just took a stroke. Yeah, I mean, the stats are there. Malevolent heavily looking like the favorites for this game, the favorites to win out. But, okay, I'm just not reading chat anymore. Oh, wow. SS03 could pop out and surprise us. I mean, again, they're a team we haven't really seen. I know Malevolent, these dudes try to strat play it a little bit. They play themselves very smart. So they're coming into this one very unprepared because as my inside sources told me, not to say who he is, Malevolent hasn't been able to find much info on this team they're going against. Like I said, they do look into teams a little bit before they play them. So they're coming into this one almost blind. Now, what that means, hopefully, we see some old pocket strats come out from these teams. Starting out, we do have SS03 as the defense here. Let's look and see where this last Malevolent player is so we can get this thing rolling. Let's get her rolling, lads. I'm running out of material. Alrighty. Holy crap, the stream just started and I've already got 9 of y'all in here. Means a lot. Thank you. Let's go, Carol. Yeah, Carol? That's a Coral? Y'all F with Lumberloon. What is this Coral dude talking about? Man is just in the match, or in the game chat, just talking about random things. I mean, straight up Zoomer language here. What's up, Brasper? And we got nothing yet. Come on, let's go. I'm ready. I want to play. I want to cast. Keegan smells. Let's see if I can get a pregame interview with the teams. Never mind. Keegan's in. So we should be rolling here within a second. Caster ready. We'll try and get a post-match interview between every game. See what we can hear. I know somebody from the Malevolent team said that they would like to try and jump into VCs between rounds and give us some conversation about what's going on. I'm ready. Malevolent, waiting on them to ready, and then we will get rolling. I see Let's Go, Daddy Snake, and Daddy Carol, and Daddy XXYZ. I think Buddy is an SS03 fan. Just a guess. I could be wrong here. But we are moving in now to Chalet. Let's take a look at the map. Welcome back. You guys join me just as we're going into the match here. And we are going through the banning phase now. I mean, not bad sets of bans so far. Clash gone, Ace is gone. Two very, very strong operators, followed by Goyo and Blackbeard. Now, what I'm hoping to see is maybe some good strategic rushes from Malevolent. Because that is just kind of how this team tends to lean into the game and play it out. What did I say maps were tonight? I know Chalet. I believe Sky. And map 3 I think is Clubhouse. Sorry guys, you'll be in a second. I wasn't given map bans until a little bit later on, so I didn't have the overlay fully prepped. But now it is. Nuke Waffle says just ignore him, it's for the best. You know, it may be. Starting out though, we will be down here in the bar games with a Denari on board. It's an operator. He's brand new to the game still. Season's only been out a little bit. And I gotta tell you guys, I think he is probably one of my favorite operators to see right now. Just because of all the interesting setups like what you just seen right there. Mixed with the fact that he has the FMG, which is one of the most solid SMGs in the game, if you ask me. And tripwire is just absolutely everywhere. Good setup to try and hold that top blue stairs, and it looks like we may even see a good top mez hold coming, as they are still setting everything up. Snake is over there taking one drone, and XY is going to be trying to hold piano. He's going to be that first point of contact. Him and Snake playing together, with Relic being first pick there. Just a big one. They get rid of a good entry there, losing the sludge. Now we're seeing them all kind of slow it down on Malevolent. Realize, hey, we've got to drone this out and clear this a little bit. But with Snake having some of those cams already, you know, defenders taking these attacker drones is a bit of an interesting thing, because they gain so much well-placed utility because of it. Solid Snake, however, will go down to Sonically as a great pick comes out from that DMR. And they're now pushing through, trying to clear the office side. A little bit of time has elapsed. We're down to a minute and about 45 left on the clock. And because that wall next to him is soft, that means a wall bang is almost unavoidable. And they don't have any hard breach now to even try and open up that top mez to start taking over. Could be a bit of a plunder here, because that is such a typical spot that you see a setup that not having a hard breacher to open up that top office for you is very bad. Sonically, however, we'll get a good pick there on the Coral, laying him out, opening up that top mez clear, and we now see the aggression coming into this blue hallway. Dokubi now sprinting straight across, Sonically trying to set up, but XY will find his second kill of the round onto Sonic, dropping him down now into a 3v3. And the attackers, having that vertical control, will begin to execute downwards. Currently, our all ball right now is Ariksha chilling outside on that Twitch. Everybody on this defense is kind of dropped back. Imperfect, hoping to keep himself locked there in bar stock. Doc and XY holding wonderful angles to come into assist no matter what happens. Imperfect does get bullied out of position, and he is not hit, but he is taken from the vertical by Keegan. That cracks open the can of worms. They can now start trying to execute down and towards site. XY does relocate, trying to hold in onto the pool table, and Panday will start getting that plant down. Hit by Ariksha though with a good swing. Headshot coming out from the 416. And Ariksha now will start trying to spray towards Doc. Missing a couple of rounds there. A drop from Keegan, feeding him one, but Ariksha swings for the double. Putting 2 on the board for his team as Malevolent picks up round 1. Like I said, a bit of a well-played push there from them. Almost a blunder, though, if you realize that they started with no hard breachers. Nothing set up to start trying to take into sight. At least not very easily. However, they do manage to pull away and win a round.
Attackers need to locate and defuse as many bombs as they can.
Alright, flipping downstairs, we will be seeing them take the basement for starters. Not something that you very often see, and Denari is no longer in play. I mean, I would almost rather see a Denari be played here. There's a lot of weird spots we've been seeing around the scrim scene, around some of the, like, 10 servers with Denari in this basement. So, I mean, you're losing a very, very vital piece of gear. However, this time, though, they do have a Mira on play. And a Mira is almost the most valuable operator for any good defenses. Starting up, we will have them trying to hold out the kitchen, even opening the hatch so they have a rotate away. Pretty much, whenever you lose that kitchen hatch, you also lose control of boiler over here where Warden is currently playing. So, if it's a good kitchen setup, and we don't see it get cleared out by Malevolent, things could get very ugly. Flipping over here to Solid Snake, he is on the roam upstairs with Jaeger. Currently, nobody pushing towards him, but that doesn't mean they won't. Because if you flip around, we see Relic up here trying to play a top window. Ariksha going to be making entry point into library. Keegan hitting the drones for everybody. And where's Solid Snake? Still playing over in Solarium. And there is a subscribe from Nuke. Okay, bro. Well, thank you very much. I wasn't even expecting that, bro. We're just here chilling for playoffs. Live ping's coming. They now know exactly where Snake is at. Hitting him right in the tuchus as he runs away. Sonically will lay a little bit of damage. But Snake does have the ability to get out of there and just be perfectly fine with it. He's out, back down to where Doc and Coral are chilling at. And, I mean, they have good standing here. They don't need to worry that much. And it actually looks like they're going to be now playing more for this West Main, giving up some control of that kitchen. However, West Main is just as dangerous for the position they're playing in. You know, you can keep hold of almost all that verticality because nobody can push against you. And Keegan will find a first pick there on the Doc, getting rid of one of the players, getting live pings, hits Snake down to 1 HP, but Snake doesn't know he downed Keegan. Thankfully, Ariksha is there for the revive onto him. We now see Imperfect hiding in a corner, eating rounds. Sonic will pick it up, though. 3v5. And SS03 are now onto their heels, digging in and hoping they can hold some ground. However, Malevolent seems to be pushing rather quick as we see smokes going in and flashes coming out. But Relic is taken down from the hatch by XY. A good play, reversing that vertical and shooting up to help your team. With a 3v4, Malevolent's push is now stalling out just a little bit. But that doesn't mean all that much. However, we do see a player coming over to play this hatch here. Flashes coming in. Grenades coming in. Panday's starting to plant now. And as XY goes for the swing, he is taken down. He does get a pick there. Keegan finding Coral. No time left. Snake needs to make a play. Diffuser is about to stick. And sonically, we'll get it off. Why are there so many ads, dude? There shouldn't be. I'm going to go turn those off. And with Snake left in a 1v3 with Diffuser down, it's not looking like a very, very good situation. Let me go to Twitch, creator dashboard, monetization, ads. Yeah, I've got my ads turned as low as I can. Yeah, they're turned down. That's the best we got. I just turned them lower. But coming in after that Malevolent win, we now see a setup coming up here again for the bar gaming. Now, they don't have the Denari once again. However, they have Coral sticking it out with that Mira. They brought that round very close, so I want the Mira to continue on playing. She's been pretty solid. However, they're just losing a lot of bodies around the map. What I mean by that is the verticality, especially what Keegan brought that last round, is something that's hard to beat. The way Malevolent will ride their drones out and play around on them, there needs to be something you need to bring, like a mute, or, you know, make sure that Mozzie's getting even more drones than he is. Because their verticality at playing off of drones with DMRs, it's a toll. And already we see Sonically pushing up and aggressing that main balcony window. Trying for the double window up on top Mez. I mean, we are going to see again another vertical top-down push coming. And what's SS doing? Well, so far they're not getting too aggressive. They're not trying to swing up onto the windows, which is a big step up from what we notice a lot of teams do. There's a bunch of guys out there. I mean, a bunch of them. Especially in the tournament scene, who, as soon as a window comes open, if you're a defender, you're swinging it. Now, they are sending the drones out. The whole drone army is up. They got 3 of them puppies all going at one time. Trying to find as much as they can. Was trolling you? There was a lot for a second. I don't care, man. I turned him down. They were up to 5 minutes an hour. Because that's where the revenue increases. But I dropped them down to 3 minutes an hour. Less rev, but with subscribers, you don't need it. Hardwall coming open from office to try and aggress this blue hole. They got a DMR set up on Keegan as he is prepping now to swing it. And the shield is gone thanks to the Flores. However, I mean, I wouldn't hate to see a swing here from XY. And with those Rewara barricades set up, we're going to see Keegan now just full sprint it. He goes, hey man, I've got the go-ahead. We have, you know, control of the map that we need. And he takes off. Doc is still upstairs though, playing up in Mez. But Sonically will find him. And with them now getting the calm of Mez being clear, they're going to start rotating around. This has got to turn to a vertical push and has got to turn quick. And Perfect has a beautiful angle up through that hatch. And Coral hits a stun grenade right to the face thanks to Zofia. Rotating back, now trying to play back in bar stock. They reinforced off the other head hole wall. And they're now just chilling, holding back, hoping to maybe find somebody. XY tries to rush up on Relic, but Relic does find the kill onto him. Snake is the only one who's not chilling back in bar stock. He has mudroom control. And he might be the key piece to his team bringing this round in their favor. It is still a 3v5. We do see executes coming all around. And it looks like pool table might be the setup here. Rickshaw finding a kill onto Carol. Him moving in. He's got his back straight towards Snake. Smoke's going out to try and deny that plant. And flawless round is Keegan and Sonic, or yeah, I believe Sonically will finish that round out. Malevolent showing right there why that they almost went undefeated through the season. I mean, why their round differential is almost perfect at I think 43-14. Mira and Dokkaebi being the last two to clear that out. The Dokkaebi ban I don't disagree with. However, we really never saw Keegan actually call the phones. At least, maybe it's an overlay glitch that I'm not seeing it, but it wasn't something that we've seen all that much of. However, all pulling him off the Dokkaebi does is anger him and make him play Ash. So him and Sonic are now going to be the entry frags with those dual R4Cs in hand. Gonna see what kind of madness they can ensue. Kitchen hold coming this time for SS03. I mean, we have yet to see them go up for the master bedroom and office. A section of the map that used to be so pivotal, such a main hold, that has now not even been touched, and we're going into round 4. I mean, I guess you consider this a office hold because it will be a vertical hold for the kitchen. But, I mean, this bomb site is one of the most common, usually. And these guys have been avoiding it like it is the plague. Castle is on board, played by XY. And, I mean, he's a great operator. Honestly, world class, one of the best ops that you can bring out here. Let's see what Imperfect is setting up for this Kaid. It looks like he will actually be able to get all 3 walls with it. Flipping down, we got Keegan already making entry to the building on Hibana. Coming through basement, going to be pushing west main side first. They got Blitz setting up west main window. And it looks like we're going to see a hard execute here, as Sonic is probably going to rip himself up this hatch as soon as it's called. And the Maestro is actually going to open the hatch for him. If he only knew what would be coming here. The execute is being prepped, is about to be called in. Here comes a scan by the Lion. Blitz is running deep. Hibana is up and in, rappelling up the hatch. Sonically will get a knife kill. We're going to see Blitz, played by a rickshaw, rush down, take Frosthead. Sonic going to be getting the plant now. Relic trying to cover the main walk-in. Panday covering vertical up above. Ariksha finding another kill. It is now a 2v3. As we do see Ariksha go down, but Panday refrags him. And Imperfect will stop the plant by Sonic. Relic is very, very low because of the frost mats. Imperfect now has the vertical and will find Relic straight from above through it. I mean, that was a great rush play there, but Imperfect will slam him down, saving the round for his team. What a tee up right there. I mean, that was a great round there. Honestly, it looked like Malevolent was going to have that one in the bag, the way that that rush panned out and the way it played out. However, as soon as Ariksha went down, they lost that blitz. And then we seen the planter go down. That is something that absolutely, I believe, ruined that round for the attackers. Setting up, we will now see the Wine Cellar snowmobile set up. And, I mean, a vertical play will happen. Keegan is back on the Hibana. Where's Wine Cellar? There it is. And are they just trying? Okay, no, they're just shooting it for sound cues. Boiler set up again. Typical stuff, guys. Typical stuff. However, they have a tube around. That tube is going to be a great thing to try and deny this wall. Looking over chat, I see Ash going, is Coral trying to lose on purpose? I don't know, man. I don't know the guys.
5 seconds to go. Attackers are moving out to locate a bomb and defuse it.
Up here on the vertical, we got Snake. Maybe a spawn peek. It looked like he was definitely going to try. And a good west main hold coming from Doc so far. Gonna be trying to hold that kitchen, hold that vertical up above. He already has himself set up for where he can drop back to as soon as he gets pushed. However, what I don't think anybody is prepared for is this Blitz, who is just sprinting, already has bottom main lobby control. He is on cameras, and I mean, that's a bad sign. He could have had the play of the century had that camera not spotted him out. That could have gave them a free rush, a surprise, we're here type of push. Now, it looks like he's going to be dropping back to try and take blue. And we see Solid Snake down there now, trying to hold, trying to find a pixel. They need someone else to take the other long angle of blue, and it looks like Imperfect will be the one to do that. Now, that Blitz is really he's really, really vulnerable to that shotgun. Couldn't find the word. Doc is still upstairs. He is still chilling. He is still alive. He's got one playing up in Solarium above him. However, he could have a free gun at these two guys who are just chilling in lobby. They don't even know he's there. Tube around now coming up to his system. And it looks like Ash is actually going to rotate away. They had cameras, but they did not find him. And Ash going down to help out Panday so they can get main wall open. But where that charge is at will be impossible to get to. Snake now trying to play that vertical up against the rickshaw here, as all the attackers are now down towards main. However, Stolen Snake comes up on a flank, Finds one. That's a rickshaw down. However, Sonically's there for the refrag. Down to 1 HP. Lays some damage to Coral. He's still standing, but just barely. And main wall will come open thanks to Panday. Sonically now trying to hit a rotate. And hopefully he's able to make a play off of it. If he can bait Doc up with that shield, things could go into the favor of Malevolent. However, I don't know how well that's going to work out. Panday going down, going to plant the diffuser. Sonically finding XY. And Perfect hitting a good C4 though. As Keegan goes down to Doc. Sonically now running back upstairs to try and play the vertical angles. Finds Imperfect. Finds Tuberow. And now it is Doc in a 1v2. As we see, I believe Sonically was up to a 4K. Diffuser needs to go down. And Sonically is trying to rush towards blue. Diffuser in Relic's hand. He's going to rush over and start planning. Doc has got to do something to clutch it up. And they are holding good crosser angles onto one another. As Sonically goes for the swing. Finds the ace for his team. That was quite the 5K. Almost 1 HP left the whole time. That was nuts. And we see the trash talk starting almost immediately after that. I love the subtle trash talk. I love how Coral is talking trash right now when he's 1-5, and he's talking it to none other than Sonically, who is 12-2.
New feed active.
And we're now coming up in a master bedroom office. Man, no response to that? Come on. Sticks and stones might break my bones.
Ready to go.
Let's see where this Malevolent push is coming. We got Relic breaking out Iona. You know how rare it is to see an Iona player in 2025? What a gun skin, though. Isn't that the paid for one? A lot of drone work still happening. Ariksha keeping live drones down here. Onto, I believe that was the Valkyrie Solid Snake. I mean, they've got drones just absolutely everywhere on him. And a first pick going there to Keegan as Solid Snake gets found. Ariksha now coming in to help clear. Takes control of Barstock. Now, mind you, again, it is an upstairs hold. So they've got to make their way from library over. And so far, they have not even started to push library. I mean, they do have Keegan, who's on the mezzanine side. So, yeah, there's the library push started. They've got to get rid of these charges on there.
Located by attackers.
And hopefully, you know, they're able to maybe get a pick out of it. C4 or Impact possibly, hitting Relic just a little bit, but not enough to flush him down. Call coming in from Sonic as we see the grenades come out. And I got a feeling we're going to see an aggressive push coming from him as he is letting that DMR go. Relic does get a pick there on Imperfect. As Sonically now trying to push a little deep. Relic will be found by Doc. However, Panday hits a refrag, finding XY. Sonically hit Coral with one. We see Keegan take Doc down. Panday eats a ton, but Ariksha comes up on the flank of Solar, putting down Coral. And Malevolent now go up 5-1 on our first map. Or Malevolent go up 5-1. Yeah, not down. SS03 go down 5-1. I mean, Malevolent's playing Nights Out. but Blackbeard and Mira off the board. And what was that Sonic just said? Coral said 0 kills this round. Sonically. Maybe next time. It's okay. Y'all don't know about attacker-sided Chalet. And Sonic goes, I actually helped my team. You're just useless. Ooh. Ooh, the trash talk. It's getting interesting. Blitz and Castle now being pulled off the board as well. I mean, 2 of the best defenders in the game for 2 shield operators. I mean, I know Malevolent does not like the shield, but let's see what they do. Are we going to see the caster special?
Defenders, protect your bomb.
I got a feeling that we might, as we do see it is in Blue Hall. However, this is not where we typically see them do the blue setup. Pretty decent hold. They have a full, nice extension here into library. A strat coming out, guys. Do we see a strat? Imperfect. Trying for that long angle is ace. Just trying to open things up. And the trash talk still has not stopped in the match chat.
Attackers have located a bomb.
These guys need to chill her out just a little bit. Let the guns do the talking. Let the gameplay do the talking. Let's see what SS03 has cooking up in their attacking book. So far, they might be trying to clear out Trophy. Which, I mean, it's a good idea. You got to have a solar push, but you need to start taking that library and Mez side. So much of this map hinges around that. Instead, it looks like they're going full commitment to the solar-sided push. However, not the best idea, as a Rickshaw is still down in dining room, and he will need cleared. And there's currently nobody pressuring him from the main lobby. However, some good window played here, being played by XY. And we see over on the solar windows, I believe Imperfect is droning. Flores holding down below, trying to find somebody. And on the bathroom window, that's just Solid Snake as Dokkaebi. Grim now moving in to try and assist in opening up down below. I got a feeling a Rickshaw will be pinched in here very, very soon. But a Rickshaw will land the C4. And down comes Keegan to lend some assistance to his teammate, who is just holding on tooth and nail to this downstairs. Relic finds one as Coral walks straight into the eye line of Keegan. Now into a 2v5. Relic is found by Imperfect, as he does hit the perfect shot. Good clean headshot with the AK. Finishing one out. The mute there being a little bit of an extra annoyance. And Imperfect now has Panday coming up who wants to swing him. And Panday knows right where he's at and will hit the little one tap as a Rickshaw headshots the other player. Good play there from our smoke on Panday. You go to the map ban and give it one more in the favor as we head to match point for Malevolent. Right about now is the time in which we typically see a team pull a tack timeout.
Attackers need to locate and defuse as many bombs as they can.
You can stop worrying about the names now. ATS deployed and ready to go.
And we now see it will be a bar games hold. They're going to be setting up blue to try and lock it down just a little bit. Shield coming up. We have some mute jammers coming up, and the Jaeger's already here. I'm assuming we're going to see a shield. Relic has one in pocket. Malusi on board as well. And not the most utility we've ever seen Malevolent put into one spot. They do hold my personal record of, I believe, 18 or 21 pieces of utility just for this hallway alone. 3, 4, 5. Yeah, nowhere even near it. Frost is nowhere near set up. They still don't have that top blue shield. They need that up there as soon as possible before these guys realize it and start hard pushing for that blue side. Because if you're able to get in there and take that quick before that blue shield is there, holding top blue stairs becomes an absolute nightmare. Relic is able to get her set up though. A bit slower on the attacking side. They are still putting in their drones, getting everything droned out in front of XY. And he is going to be the one hopefully spearheading this attack and pushing through. Payday coming up off the west main side. And is deciding to actually put rounds up through into the bathroom. That's typically an angle in which the defenders will play to deny a west main walk up because it's almost a one-way angle to hold. And we do see the heart breach charges coming. Keegan is taken down immediately by XY. And Perfect now trying to walk up. They're going to be burning a lot of utility here to try and find the guy out of blue shield. And sonically taken down from Imperfect on the vertical. Again, that blue shield still in play. We do have a rickshaw coming up top Mez side now to hold. But Panday is gunned down immediately by Solid Snake. 2v5 situation. Will we see a clutch up here from these last two Malevolent players? Relic trying to get aggressive. Does manage to stay alive and drops himself back to site. Getting live pings right where Solid Snake is. But he is taken down. Now a rickshaw left to the 1v5. Double kill for Snake in this game, or in this round. And a rickshaw is taken down by XY as we see a flawless attack for SS03. I mean, they're just handing it back to Malevolent. You know, Malevolent gave them one flawless. SS03 gonna pull their own. Not a bad round. This time, going with the kitchen dining hold. Trying to swap it off that bar gaming. I mean, kitchen dining is pretty decent to hold. Pretty easy to hold. So let's hope that they're able to pick up a good round with it. Let's see if I can... Where can I post this link at? I don't know where. I don't know if I'm allowed to add everybody in this league or not. But let's keep an eye on Sonically. See where he sets all these gadgets up at.
Wall fortified.
And turn the AC on because it is currently 85 in my room. What a heat wave. Now, it is a kitchen dining hold, but it is a full office hold as well. The main part of holding this site is that keeping an eye on that verticality, keeping everything locked in your favor. You know what they say, a 6-2 lead is the most dangerous in R6? Honestly, there is some backing to that. I've seen more 6-2 comebacks than anything. For the simple fact of the team, who is usually up 6-2, will get overly confident and a little cocky. They will make mistakes a little bit, and that's where a team who's in the position of SS03 will surmount a good comeback. XY moving through gaming. We already have Solid Snake taking Fireplace, and Coral now rushing through Library. Snake setting up to try and hold and prep, waiting for that Imperfect to come down here with that Thermite. But they might run into the issue because there's a Kaid on board of how easy will it be to get that wall. XY going, hey man, I'm going to need another live ping right onto where that is. And Thermite is now set up. Impact EMP though, resulting in the wall coming open. And that's Keegan, who's just chilling on the other side of it. Waiting for it to open. But the Osa shield is there. Gonna be an absolute annoyance. And he does hit the angle with that impact grenade. Making it a little bit softer and easier for him to get shots out. Snake eating a little bit more rounds. Sonically playing his life here for this piano. He cannot allow an advancement from the Ash. If he can get up to head holes, that will eliminate Keegan's playstyle. Keegan, however, makes a smart rotate back, but he exposed himself to that window, still managing to avoid damage and staying up. Solid Snake now looking very, very low, but again, still upright. And the attacker's now flipping to come downstairs saying, hey, you know what? Keep up that verticality. Coral going to be solo holding it, doing everything in his power to make sure that they cannot swing down onto him. Doc finds a good pick there onto Relic, getting rid of the Kaid. And we now have Keegan trying to play the verticality, looking down for his team. Grimby's coming in, just trying to be an annoyance, making sure their corner's clear. Coral finding his second kill of the game there, taking Keegan out. And they seem to be losing control of this map just a little bit. Ariksha still has 2 smokes in pocket. And Panday playing below in Wine Cellar with a C4 ready to rip at the slightest sound of a plant going down. Another smoke grenade going out. That is Imperial starting it. Ariksha finding one. Sonically's taken out. Ariksha's ran down by Imperfect. And now is Panday last alive. Doc eating just an absolute ton of damage. Imperfect will get the planter down though. And he is kind of trapped here. But he does get a good swing off, taking Panday out. And Malevolent are losing a little bit of grass on this game as SS03 pulls another round. And there's a tack timeout, so we're going to mute up and we're going to go listen in.
Like that's literally, I'm just getting confirmed.
Did they do anything to make you like swing, or did they flush you out?
It's Keegan, dude.
it's
He's
just
swinging
okay,
everything.
yeah. Let's just be more patient, cause like they're not gonna do anything, bro. They're not gonna force it, bro.
Keegan,
They're not gonna initiate.
Keegan,
Force
if we
them.
only knew it was just that one person,
All right.
we could have.
And if you're gonna swing, at least give a heads up to Sonic or me, so like we can do something about it. Cause like
I like how
Yeah.
this was like a momentum break timeout, and then you guys actually fucking turn into mini
Hell
leagues.
yeah.
I like it. I like
I'm
it.
into it. I'm into it. That's a setup.
No, hey, we're playing good. We're just making small mistakes, boys. That's it.
Oh
I'm
no,
blaming on Sonic.
Relic has the Arisha curse right now, so
Right.
Relic and Panday.
what?
I'm your huckleberry.
And the mic is back. So, I mean, you heard it right there. They're saying it wasn't even a real tack timeout. It started as just a momentum break, and then it turned into a real one, where all they did was just, hey, let's clear up some of our small mistakes. Grim and his zombie both now pulled off the board. That zombie has been absolutely massive to some of these Malevolent holds, especially as we've seen on that last one, for trying to keep control of that office when main wall comes open. However, the Grim, not quite the, cornerstone of these attacks, but definitely, I'd say maybe the knight on this chessboard.
Bombs from being defused by
Just snooze this ad real quick, that way you guys don't have to get it. Play this round out, and hopefully, we see some good plays from SS03, and we go into one more. Keep pulling rounds, boys. Let's keep this stream going. It is a best of 3 tonight, so when this map ends, there will be a short, probably 2-minute, 3-minute break, and then we will be going into the next map. Big execute, Conquer? Yeah, that was a big execute. Remember, guys, don't forget to subscribe or follow. Follow would be cool, too. I think I'm at my goal of 500, or I'm about to be. But a jump out from Keegan, resulting in a pick on a Doc. Solid Snake eats a ton of damage there from a rickshaw, I believe. But he is not picked. They do trade life for life, but a ton of damage out onto the Deimos. And now we see Relic. May he be going for one more? There is a very solid possibility of it, as Imperfect and I believe Rickshaw do trade a couple rounds back and forth. Both still standing, but sonically finding Coral as he goes for the rappel in. Now trying to play. He's got this double big window top mez. There's someone right outside, right on top of him. But he does not go for that swing. We got Imperfect who's out there playing it. And Solid Snake now making his way up to roof. Very, very low HP on the Deimos as XY jumps in, takes library control. And, he's going to be trying to push aggressive here. Now, that's not to say Sonically won't go for a swing onto him, because Sonically very well probably will, knowing the way he plays this game sometimes. Instead, though, everybody making the team plays, and we see them dropping back saying, hey, let's be safe, let's be smart. Cutting back on that extension, And then we see Sonically saying, how about I just go play below? Jumping downstairs, now running into basement. I wonder what his plan is. We will keep an eye on him here and see where he goes. Relic is taken down from Solid Snake, though. A great pick there for the Deimos. But a C4 out, shot out of midair by XY. Could have been deadly. Sonic now ever so slowly creeping up these blue stairs. They so far do not know that he is there. Nobody's even watching for him. We see them prepping up for main wall. And now XY eats one bullet from Sonic, and he is found out. He's now rotating back into Mudroom. And I got a feeling we're going to see him maybe pull back to site or play super aggressive and push for this main lobby. But XY is watching it. And that is office wall opened up the top mez by the ace. Sonically coming up now for a re-swing. Solid Snake is there. Very close on him, and Sonic will lose the engagement. 2v3 as Panday misses the buckshot. Kind of a far shot for that gun, though. And XY will find a rickshaw. Moving in, though, Panday will take him out. 1v2 here for Malevolent. As Imperfect is now prepping to push through balcony. We got Solid Snake playing down in blue. And I got a feeling we're about to see that Deimos tracker go crazy. Because Panday is the last one standing. The one that they need to find. And even if you just Deimos track to give live comms to your team. Now walking up onto the mute. Swinging him, and Solid Snake will pick the round. As we see SS03 win 3 rounds in a row. As they surmount the comeback. I mean, 3 pulled straight like that. Could mean death here for Malevolent. My goat Coral has a dent for that. Finally, we see Malevolent now, this time going up into the office master bedroom. And will we see a similar hold to what we just witnessed? And a rickshaw this time now pulling out the jack of all trades, the Sentry. Not to be confused with his twin brother, Striker. And here's the play that we see a rickshaw in quite often. Where if he's hitting his shots right, and tonight so far he has been, putting him into this flex role to play aggressive like he does, it's a great thing. He's going to be setting up now to try and hold the vertical down below of dining room and kitchen. Denying them any sort of flank around and walk around. Up in sight, we don't see a spawn peek coming. And it looks like a library execute is already underway. Where pushing library might be a little bit deadly, as they not only have Keegan there, but Sonically has a lot of holes open to play against. Let's see XY trying to make a play off that window to find the Jaeger. Not even able to do it because of the hard wall. Good reinforcement style. And just well positioning. Keegan now also being watched by Doc. I mean, Doc wants him, but Snake will go down to Keegan as he goes for a good swing. Now, again, he's still pinched in by technically 2, theoretically 3 people at once. And as we see a guy on top Mez window, however, Relic will take Doc down. That frees Keegan up just a little bit to try and reposition. A jump in to library, Sonically just missing the angle there. As we see XY and Carol now, both trying to set up, but a rickshaw down below with a C4 finds one. Is now sneaking his way up, back in top blue stairs. It is Coral last up there. He does have Imperfect, who is still just out on the balcony, not even pushing in yet. And Coral just saying, hey man, I'm gonna dip. Is that runouts that I see? think that was Panday trying to run out just a little bit to be a bit annoying. And Imperfect now scared to peek his head up because Panday is chilling out on that office balcony. He could go for a ping or swing. However, Perfect will get up there and get a clean heady onto Panday. Evening live count out just a little bit more towards his team's favor, putting it as a 2v4. You both got to get at least 2 picks. Coral's still in library. I don't know if they even remember that he's there now. Yeager on the other side of that hard barricade. He's got a rickshaw playing close. And a long angle from Sonic finding him. As Sonic goes for the pistol swing on him. Perfect. Picks up his second kill of the round. He's got to get an ace to clutch up and keep his team competitive in this match. However, Malevolent has their 6th man spawning in right now as there's 20 seconds left. Running out of time. Perfect eating a ton of damage as he runs across. Tries for a swing there onto Keegan, laying a ton of damage. Left at 1 HP. 10 seconds. Time ticking down. And Keegan will find the long angle as a rickshaw walks up. Good map as Malevolent takes map 1 in their favor. Moving on now, we will be prepping up for map 2. Now, map 2 here, I mean, it will be Skyscraper. It is a good map. It is SS03's map pick. And I think I may have glitched. Oh, nope, I'm back. We're just going to go do a quick little listen into the teams. I'm going to mute. No, I'm going to stay unmuted. I'm going to join in and just chat with them. Starting with SS03. Hello, SS03. Do you guys want to have an interview chat real quick or not?
Yeah, I'm down.
All right. Feelings of map 1 and what is your preparations for map 2?
So like we're
Keep
kind
it
of
PG. We're live.
Yeah. No, I'm a PG person. No, so we're like in positive minds right now. I mean, like
Just
we almost
vibing.
had them there 6-1 and like 6-4 or something. Like we're in positive mind. Just going to map 2. You know what I mean? It's a new map. 0-0. You know, last map didn't happen. I mean, it
All
did.
right.
I went 3-8, but like we don't
Bring in the momentum into map 2 though. Started off a little slow, but picked it up towards the end. Gonna carry it over.
Yep. Wait, we
All
start. Oh wait, we're starting attack on Sky. Oh.
All right, I'm gonna go talk with them a little bit. I'll be right back.
Get that.
All right. Do you guys want to have a quick little interview?
Hell
what's up?
no. No, I'm
Oh,
good.
okay. Well, I'll leave. Bye, Panday.
I know. What's
Bye.
up?
Nah. Okay. Now that we're here, thoughts after map 1 and what adjustments are you prepping in for map 2?
Play disciplined.
Yeah, that's fair.
Honestly, that's the only adjustment. That's the in plan. I mean, you saw it on the overhead. We got a little confident there, 6-1. You know, we're having fun, laughing, joking. Started swinging stuff we shouldn't have been swinging. Not forcing them to do anything. We know better. We will play better. Relic did almost smash his mouse because he
Relic?
impacted something he wasn't supposed to. Yeah.
When did the mouse smash happen, Relic?
No, it didn't happen.
When did it
Nothing
almost happen?
happened. He said he was about to smash something.
I need the juicy deets. Was it when you hit the
never
wall?
happened.
Was it when you hit the wall?
Nothing happened.
It was when you hit the wall.
With the impact, that
Yeah.
last round, I think.
Against,
Yeah.
I don't know if his last round is the yeah. All right.
Either way, how's it looking on your end there?
We're having
Going
a
good?
Yeah. Yeah. Hopefully,
Having a ball?
you should stop in and drop some subs. I'm broke. Could use money.
If I still had my
Be
bank.
broke.
Yeah. Okay, Keegan. Missed
he
a no
said?
job. He said, "Don't be broke."
Okay. I won't be broke. Keegan, throw me some money.
How much you want, Twin?
$75.
That's it?
Yeah.
Hit the voice crack.
Four's cheap, dude. Four's cheap.
Yeah. Just
Why
like
do you
Rich's
think
mother.
we hang out all the time? Oh, yo, you're saying that on stream? That's
Yes,
wild.
I just dabbed on stream too with it.
That's wild.
All right. I'm going back.
Caster.
I'm going back to being professional. I'll see you later.
I discussed.
Later.
All right, chat. Now we're back in our own realm. And we're prepping up for map 2, which is, again, Skyscraper. A fairly good map, a fairly interesting map. Caster ready. And we will see Malevolent bringing their defenses out first. Now, we've seen their attacks last map go absolutely insane. And Skyscraper will play very similar into the same gameplay style of push across to take control. Now, Malevolent looked a little bit rockier on some of their defenses. And we've seen that SS03 started bringing it back. Let's dive in, look at the map, and then we'll keep chatting. Alright, so we're back. As I was saying, Skyscraper will play into the similar role of what Chalet just played as. Looking at bans, again, we see Malevolent with the double shield ban and SS03 dropping the Warden and the Mira first. Not something you can really, scoff at. That Mira can be extremely strong, and we've seen that their Warden plays can get out of hand at times. He's one of the most common operators to see played. And then the double shield ban is, again, Malevolent hates shields. They don't like playing against them. So, of course, they're off the board. Setting up now, it's a T Geisha hold. They do have an Echo on board. I'd like to see what Relic is managing to play with that. Because he's not only a good PC utility just because of the cameras. He's a great PC utility because he brings a shield. He brings that suppressed MP5. But, most importantly, he has the yokai drones, which will just stun you and, make you a very easy swing for players like, well, Sonically, who's on the Two-Brow, or Keegan, or Panday, players who are going to be playing up in your face aggressive off of those yokai drones. Ariksha, he is playing as the smoke, so expect to see him maybe a little more late game passive towards the end, unless it's an early round push on Blackstair's side, which it very well could be, as they do have the Monty loaded up and prepped. But early signs show they are going to be trying the cross map clear, starting over here on offices, as that is where literally everybody is setting up to start taking from. Flipping down, we will see Panday over on this side of the map. He's going to be their first point of contact. And then Echo as well, pretty close to that split outside door. And here comes the rush. Grim actually going to be taking point right in front of the Monty. For some reason, I don't hate the play. I don't love the play. That Monty has got to be that point man, especially with Blackbeard off the table. Now, will Mai rushing around, trying to assist as he hears that Monty walking up. Here's, again, these yokais are going to be such a piece of importance. However, Echo is still a little far up for what my liking would be for where you want to see an operator like him playing at. He needs to back off a little bit. Shots coming out here, and now we're going to see Jaeger playing the suicide shield as Monty comes walking up on him. When the Monty comes marching in, things could get ugly. Sonically taken first there by Solid Snake. Smoke grenade hitting that Monty. They need that yokai to do something, but Snake will find another pick over here. As we see now Panday coming over to try and re-swing for his team. The Grim Bees being an utter annoyance as XY is trying to swing off of it now. Carol eats a lot of damage, bottom dragon. But Panday going for his swing here will find XY is a good first pick for his team to even things up just a little bit. Ariksha playing behind the shield now with Jaeger. Smoking the Monty, laying a little bit of damage, but not enough to take him out. And Panday still just holding his ground. We see a pretty much war of attrition here of who will pick who first. And with the smoke now out of utility, it's going to be a bit of an issue here against this Montaigne. But the Jaeger device is still coming in handy. Here comes the Ying charges, and Keegan is out of there. Dropping down now, Monty running up to fill the space that he was just in. Ariksha chilling now, trying to hold his black stairs. And Coral will find Panday. Monty moving in, spots out Keegan. A swing from Solid Snake, and Sonic said, hey, we need a rehost right now. Leaving the game is Panday. Now Ariksha trying to hold out in T-Room. Imperfect going for the plant down. And Solid Snake has his back to Ariksha. Planter is there. Keegan comes up black straight into the Monty's face. They're trying to bait, I believe, Imperfect up, but Keegan will find the pick. Solid Snake is taken down. It is now a 2v2 as Keegan is frying him. And laying down with that shotgun to watch the fuser. Found from a long angle by Keegan. Up to a double kill. Has to hit the 3K to lock it in. 18 seconds left. He's coming in for a swing now. Hitting the common pre-fires. However, Imperfect is chilling close. And he is found by Keegan, who will have enough time to get that diffuser down, assuming he started on the right side of the 7-second mark. And Malevolent clutches the first round. By the skin of their teeth, Keegan locks it in. And we will be moving on to the rehost chat, so give me just a momentary pause. What an absolute clutch there by Keegan. I mean, almost very last second, he manages to survive and bring that one in. And literally, if he was a half a second later on any move that he made, he would have lost the round. Alright, waiting for the invite to roll through. Hey, AEL is live. That's cool. Alright, I'm going to use this guy as a brief intermission for myself so I can go grab a drink. I'll be right back. Alrighty, just sorting out a couple more little technical issues with the server, and we'll be right back in. Typical rehost bugs, you know, the usual. I hate this game sometimes. Caster's ready. Malevolent is ready. And we're now moving in for round 2. After, I mean, a absolute skin of the teeth clutch there from the blue team. I effed up the settings. Nope, I did it right. I'm the king. Yay. Okay, that's cool. Coral. And there is no op bans.
locate and defuse bombs.
All right. Yeah. Oh, hey, we're supposed to be playing.
Wall reinforced. I'm reloading.
All right, I'm just putting the bands into the Discord. That way we have them. Sorry guys, a little bit here and there. We do see it now coming as an office side setup. And a top black push already coming in. Now this is what I was saying earlier about this map plays exactly the same way Chalet does. Where you got a side control over a map. You can't power it into sight. And you're going to have trouble with some verticality because, well, there's none really to play on this one. Every site that's worth playing is going to be upstairs. So there's no real easy way to shoot down. And shooting up on an attacking vertical is not the safest nor smartest play. So the black over is coming. And Doc on the Monty is just trying to find an angle here for his team to shoot through. But Panday will hit the C4, taking down one of the best operators for this attacking team. Monty's pulled off the board as Keegan will get a good swing there, finding XY. Now a reswing from Coral. Danger pings over there. Solid Snake taken out by Relic. A reswing coming from Keegan. And Perfect will hit a good shot there on a Relic, frying one out for his team. And now we see Panday running over to reinforce Keegan. A Rickshaw now running up. And a little bit of an aggressive defense now coming forward. Coral trying to play that drone hole just because he is grasping for something he can find. As Imperfect will find Keegan with a clean headshot. Good smart run out too. I mean, good plays. And the Grim Bees now launching in. Now, depending on how they decide to attack this, their best option is in reality to double up off one another and go play, at least try for a pick. But a Rickshaw will swing out and find Coral with a headshot. And I agree with you, Coral. Nice shot. At least I'm assuming that's what his NS is. And a Rickshaw hits a second one onto him. Picking up 2 in the round. Quick, clean SMG rips there. As Malevolent pulls ahead in this battle. Vision for Malevolent off enemies killed. Now, moving down here to Barbecue Kitchen. Pretty decent side of this map. Probably the only halfway decent downstairs site you can get. Because bedroom, bathroom, pretty mid.
Attackers need to locate and defuse bombs.
Now let me go post in the link. This time Malevolent now locking it in a pretty weird setup. I mean, again, I'm not used to seeing this site all that often. It's a tertiary site, not atypical. There is a good vertical hold here coming from Sonic. Panday up there to assist. And Keegan gonna be trying to play these black stairs with that shield that he's got. Now, flipping over, on the flip side, the Monty back on board. Again, we're going to see an aggressive sideways push. They're starting up here on the office side. Little do they know, I don't think they do, that a rickshaw is up here. And he is playing as none other than Oryx. They got people pushing all around him, though. He does get rid of the drone and manages to get himself out of that bad situation. Flipping up, though, Panday still chilling upstairs. We got Sonically just chilling in Geisha. Not a fear in the world for these guys. Where's the attack push coming? Well, again, office side, they're taking in now to that top house stairs. And Doc now moving his way through exposition. However, a round from I don't even know where, ripping through and hitting XY. Play from that top dragon, hitting just a little bit. I believe that was Panday. Coming up for a swing. Manages to lay just some damage and a lot of fear. But nothing too insane, right? Monty's pushing up. You can see Panday desperately trying to bait that back into Sonically's line of sight. Because he wants his teammate there to assist. He wants his teammate there for the angle. Relic is playing below in Pantry. Has a good clean vertical angle coming up. And the Monty is kind of not on his lonesome, but does not have the full force of the team standing right behind him. And Perfect now taking through that shrine side. Moving up, Relic will find a first pick there on a Coral. And there goes XY, Sonically letting that DMR go. Relic now has a good angle off his bar, but Solid Snake instead with that DMR is able to gun down one of the zombie barricades and pick up the kill. Now watching behind because they know that there is a rickshaw on the flank somewhere. They're not sure where he's at quite yet. And the vertical play from Sonic trying to hit him. Deals some damage to Snake. But again, Snake is just there and manages to rip him down with his own DMR. Shots trading back and forth absolutely everywhere. And a rickshaw spotted by the drone will now drop off. Keegan has not changed his angle up in quite a while. Still watching the same thing. 10 seconds left, though. The attack will get aggressive. Or will it? We see him Perfect now dropping down Black Stairs trying to run in. Doc has Black Stair control. Solid Snake manages to take Panday up to a 3K. And Perfect finds Keegan. Monty starts his plant. And a rickshaw is taken by Imperfect as well. As attackers win round 3. Absolutely last second clutch round for them. It was do or die there. And they did. Pulling away a very, very solid round in their favor. And keeping this game within reach. Let me scroll back up to AGL, make sure I'm not missing nothing. We see the Monty and the Valkyrie now be pulled off the board. Which I don't hate. That Monty has been an absolute nightmare for any sort of defense that they want to play. Coming back now to T Karaoke, we see our rickshaw bringing out a Tachanka. Now, to most teams, if you see a Tachanka come into play, you're going to sit here and start laughing just a little bit. Because Tachanka, not the most serious of operators. However, for Malevolent, this is something that a rickshaw plays, honestly, not a lot of out of a meme, but a lot of out of the strat book of necessity. The wall destruction he brings, couple that with his firebomb ability, he is a very formidable operator. You put the shield on top, and he has all the utility that you need to lock down a map without having to worry about really exposing too much of your body if you know how to get the angling right. What's Panday doing? Oh, you know, the usual. Just setting up like a little bit of an annoyance. Putting up some of his own, what they would call phantom pressure. Not stuff he's necessarily going to be playing off of, going to be swinging off of. But these head holes add a layer of excitement to this map. Something that you think, hey, maybe there is somebody over here. It's going to slow down the attack just a little bit, as now they're going to have to redo some of that drone work. They're going to see these footholes that are just made, some of these head holes that are just made. And think, if those are there, Where's the guy playing him? And as I was just saying that, we see it happening live here. As Doc burning some time trying to find somebody, but not. Once again, a Relic playing up with that Echo. Kind of aggressive, if you ask me. You know, Echo's an operator who I tend to like to leave in the save in your pocket strategy. But he does find at least a drone. And XY now moving up through exposition. Solid Snake and Doc both there clearing through and taking some control. Opening up bottom dragon. They're going to try and make their life as easy as possible to push Keegan out. And it's really not going to be as simple as that. As Keegan will take a first pick there onto Doc. As many grenades as they can throw, they are just trying to overload these ADSs. But between the Jaeger ADSs and the Wamais, they're not able to hit it. As Solid Snake, will be taken down by Keegan as he hits another one. Live pings coming for the Ash. And Keegan going for a third swing here, taking a kill. And perfect there to hit a refrag for his team. And here comes a Rickshaw now, just to fill his spot. Panday playing right up behind him, letting that LMG eat. And the grenade will take his shield though. Never mind, it is zapped at the very last second. And fire coming out. Buying time, that's all you can pray for. Once again, losing even more utility. And the fire just barely out of position now to stop Imperfect from rotating. Coral eating some damage through, I believe, a soft wall. And him and Relic trading one taps back and forth. And Relic will close him out as he hits that shot. And here comes Sonically rotating up, finding the shots onto Imperfect. We see Malevolent pulling another round in their favor. And they're now continuing to walk forward. A very good defense there. I mean, I told you guys, as meme as the Tachanka is, he's so useful for how they play him. And they did not give up a single inch with that hold in Top Dragon. The ADSs paired with the Wamai discs, it was just a super hard push to get through. Moving on now, we will have Exhibition Office. And I may lose my phone.
Locate and defuse as many bombs as they can.
And let's give a massive shout out to my typical wonderful co-caster. Honey Bun is in the chat, ladies and gentlemen. Hope the streams and games go well. Let's go Malevolent. So you guys hear that? You got a fan out there in one of us. Me, right now, I'm impartial. I can't root for either team. I like both these dudes. I don't know SS03 quite as well as I know Malevolent. But as I'm casting here, I'm seeing some wonderful things from both teams. Man, I can't even go raid cards because he's casting AEL tonight. What am I gonna do? Keegan setting up a spawn peak. Let's see how aggressive he gets with it. I'm hoping to see some high flying action as he comes running out a window. Instead, they're not even worrying about him making the typical move of playing the crossover push, going for that geisha side, going for that kitchen side. Starting to rip things open in their favor. Relic by himself up in drum. But while he is by himself, he does have some good long angles with it. And here comes Panday, I believe. No, that is a Rickshaw, sorry. Coming up in a tea room. Geisha has been breached. There are two attackers in it. And they will be trying to push themselves towards Relic. Relic is currently droned out. Panday eats a lot of damage up here in this top shrine area. And Relic's still just going to keep chilling there. We did see our Rickshaw drop down and just try to get away from some of this fire. Which, is, again, it's not a bad play. Because he has that C4 ripped down below. And he is saying, somebody give me some live pings. Imperfect eating some damage. Drones coming in. Keegan finding Solid Snake. Relic forced back because of that explosive. As we see Relic now coming in for another swing. And flashes are absolutely everywhere. Flores now pushing in right behind him. That is Doc. But he instead makes the smart decision and backs off. Relic gunned down as Doc hits him with a good swing. Trade out a little bit of damage back and forth, which results in Relic losing his life there. And if we look over here, we see Keegan playing down below. All C4 is out of pocket except for Sonically, who is the one holding sight with his. Ariksha and Keegan need to start making their plays coming upwards and get into a position to hold sight, not retake it. The attackers now taking full control of Dragon's side. We see XY eat a little bit of damage here in Drum. And Perfect getting taken down by Keegan. Coral finding Ariksha. XY finding Panday. Keegan finding Dog. Sonic finding XY. And Coral in a 1v1 now against Sonic. It is going to come down to this. A battle of the, well, against, well, DMR versus one of the best ARs in the game. Live pings, though, on Coral. However, he does have diffuser, so he can make a play here quite possibly. Sonically needs to maybe burn some of this utility that is in his pocket. Coral now rotating up, using some rounds. That gives Sonically the idea he needs. The live pings are there, and he will clutch it up for Malevolent. As Ariksha says, Coral, where was the second drone? These rounds have been coming last second to last second. Man, my phone is almost dead. Bun, jump in the caster's booth. Come have a chit chat. The last round for Malevolent's defense, you know they want that 5-1 split. They took 5-1 on the first map with their attacks. Will they take 5-1 on the second map with their defense? Some vertical plays are coming to try and help hold this. And, I mean, last time we seen them down here, it wasn't the cleanest round, and they honestly did not walk away with the win on it. Because they lost. It's not an honestly thing. They lost the round. And a pretty decent defensive setting so far. Some vertical play is being made here. Let's hope they're able to maintain it. Ariksha playing on the Dragon side because, again, as I've been saying, everybody so far for SSO has been doing cross-map pushes. No direct takes. You know, no real vertical play here, except for what we're probably going to see this round. It's all just been cross-map. Ariksha is, I think, being live droned out. However, Panday is over in drums to assist them. These two have got to play a little bit of a pinch together to get a kill here. Live pings right onto where Flores is. Panday now completely droned out. Ariksha finding Coral. Solid Snake's finding Relic. Ariksha then finds Doc as well. Good double pick for him as he rotates himself back to safety. 2v4. These attackers, though, do have some decent control. Moving up into Shrine. They have got to push through Sonically and Panday. These two now coming back to chill in the karaoke side of the map. Ariksha setting up to play a little bit of a choke off point on the top kitchen stairs. However, here comes Buck. DMR in hand. Trying to swing Sonic, and Sonic will pick the kill onto him. Body shots with that 50 AE are nothing to mess with. Or not 50 AE, 50 Beowulf. 50 AE is the Desert Eagle. But a good kill from him, as we see Imperfect now trying to make his way up from top Mez, taking the T room and moving across. XY following in tow right behind him. Sonically is there though, and Imperfect does see him. XY finds Panday, Imperfect finds Sonic. And out is Keegan and Ariksha, last two alive in a 2v2. Imperfect up 6-3 right now in KD. Buddy is absolutely ripping it. Ariksha chilling over in the barbecue side. We got Keegan over here in restaurant. Keegan at 7-4. And that's not even naming all the stats because there was a rehost after the first map. Or first round, sorry. Oh, I'm glitched. And Perfect finds a kill there onto Keegan.
Attackers located a bomb.
There we go. I'll bring it back. And a rickshaw is left in the 1v2. He is hidden in sight. The diffuser is being planted. And the call's made. He's on me. A rickshaw gets the kill, but XY is there for the refrag for his teammate. As we see the 4-2 split. A second later, and a rickshaw may have made it out of that situation and kept himself alive. But SS03 just there to clutch it up a little bit. 4-2 at the half. Not quite the 5-1 we've seen of map 1. And there goes the clash in the ace. That ace is a great piece of utility for Skyscraper because of his ability, whenever, especially pushing that T room for that main wall there. Following it up, the Mira and the Blackbeard. Again, pretty solid operator bans here. Blackbeard is such a great attacker at this point because of his point man ability. The Mira, I understand her ban. She is super annoying no matter what situation she's in. Starting up, we're going to see SS03 go up to T Karaoke. God, I am tongue-tying like a mother.
Attackers need to locate and defuse bomb.
Enforcing wall.
Excuse me. Now another suicide shield up in top shrine here. The Jaeger's placed in not a bad position. However, one of them is very easily exposable and could get picked. Really stacking them up there to try and hold that wall. Alright, Zero and Thermite talking about coffee just a little bit. And we now see Malevolent falling into the usual of a crisscross push. Starting on the work office side, gonna be pulling through Exhibition. Again, that is the only way to take this map, is to try and take control of Shrine. Them having a Flores on board here, though, eliminates almost all the utility that Jaeger just brought and set up here. Assuming that they're able to get in there and distract Warden long enough for him to set a drone out the right way. Now, with the swings coming that we see, it's a very good possibility. And the Flores drone does get capped. So close yet so far. Riksha has got to set another one out and do it quick. They need somebody to start aggressing to push this Goyo away. And one more is gone. Relic is taken down by Doc, letting that DMR sing, finding the kill on a Zero. A honestly great pick. His gadget is so useful for this type of push because it gives you a lot of intel just through the floors, you know, wherever you want to put him. He's just good for it. Panday gonna be using it on a soft wall, which is easily wall bangable. But the Goyo fire is there. You know, I'm surprised they don't have a soft breacher. Now Rick's just setting another drone out, using the shield from the Warden as his own defense for it, and the shield is now gone. Warden is exposed, backing off. We see the attackers immediately rushing in to fill the air. Solid Snake will find Keegan. Rick's going to be going for the primary swing here, found by XY. XY going in for another one. That is, I believe, Panday that's trying to swing him. Sonically now rushing across. They're doing everything they can to take this shrine side control. But it is a 2v5, a very bad situation to be in. And we see Panday go down. Sonically has got to get an ace. I mean, we've seen him do it, I believe, map 1. So it is very much a possibility for map 2. However, SS03 is playing like an entirely different team than they did early on in that map 1 when we seen that ace happen. Now Sonic ever so slowly making his push up forward. but there are crosser angles being held from absolutely everywhere. Grenade going out. We see him swing in, take one kill on the dock, but XY is right there to take him out. SS03 giving them a run for their money on map 2. Trying to keep things fairly tied up.
Attackers need to locate
Why is it
and
so hot in
defuse
this
bomb.
room? Turn the fan speed up to high. My god, I'm dying sitting here. Now we see the office exhibition setup hold. It's not a bad one per se. However, it's definitely not the best location on this map. The best one is that T geisha that we just seen. Now, this room here is where all the variance happens. I've seen teams already with a mirror on board, however there is not one for this one, set a mirror up and open the leg holes up. I've seen it done without the mirrors. There's a lot of teams that will play super aggressive on this main wall because there are only 2 spots to really clear from. And playing aggressive on it makes it that much harder to even come over and try and take this door. So in theory, you shut down a major part of the map in playing that aggressively. In the split doors, we do have Warden setting up with a shield and a crisscross push coming as we see Keegan and Sonically setting up to come into Geisha's side. Flipping downstairs, they do have a Valkyrie playing below with C4s. But it looks like she will instead be coming up. And that is now VIP wall coming open. Cameras there, live pings coming. They know somebody is close. Relic will find these shots there. However, Panday, the thermite, is taken out. I don't know which wall he had gotten open. It looks like it may have been the VIP entrance wall or house stairs wall, whatever you want to call it. And the push is now slowly coming over from the Geisha side. Making contact and making their way through. Top Shrine, really not the point of contention that it is any other time people play this. Warden's shield is now gone. We see Imperfect get gunned down by Keegan as he finds him in the back as Imperfect is trying to relocate himself. Nobody really taking the courage to go for a wild swing here. But we do see Doc giving up his bar rotate. That's one, it just sets you outside, but it's set up for an aggressive swing. Relic eating a lot of damage, but grenades coming out. XY is killed by it. Good refrag for yourself. Keegan finds Doc. It is now Coral left in a 1v3. Still very, very winnable for him, though, as he is on Wamai with that MP5. Gets a swing there from Keegan, lays some damage, doesn't take him out. Keegan drops shots with a pistol. 5-3 as Malevolent pull themselves up. Keegan going 10-6. Panday, however, having the typical Ariksha treatment at 1-5. And the phone is almost dead, so we may have to lose the casting device so I can plug the phone in.
Attackers need to locate and defuse bomb.
Once more going for the setup in the offices. Now, what they lost last time was Relic getting that nice pick for his team as he was coming across through the T room. That pretty much gave up the entirety and control of Geisha's side. They did not play it quite as aggressively as they should have, and instead they dug in heels and were trying to play back into cover that they had set up. This time, it looks like they may be doing a very, very similar build to it. They really don't have much to swing off of or much setup around it, as it all looks like it relies again on a Warden shield with currently no Wamai discs to even cover it and keep it safe. Panday did do a great thing there and get rid of that one wall, that house wall. However, this time it looks like they will be maybe going for it yet again. Panday now coming up. They do have a bandit trick ready, so maybe he's going to say, hey, you know what, you're going to bandit trick it. I'm going to abandon that. As we see a push for main wall coming, and off of the sound of the EMP, Doc is going to come out with a swing and an SMG in hand, just missing our Ricksha's head, and we see the bandit trick hit. With a full rotate now, here comes Bandit running right around, setting up to do bandit trick on the VIP wall. This wall is just a little bit safer though, so interesting things could happen. Instead now, it looks like they may be electing to give up control like that. Sonically taken down from Coral, who's chilling up in top Mez. Great pick for him. Keegan finding XY. And now we see Coral just straight dipping. Snake below with a C4, not finding anybody with it. But he does give a vertical hole right down to where he's playing at. And Relic is taken by Doc, swinging him straight into the SMG. Keegan watching. We see solid Snake go down by Panday. Coral eating a ton of damage there from Keegan. And now they are slowly making their push over, taking control of that top shrine. And they do have that guy off of a Warden shield now. Instead, this push is still just as challenging as before because of how spread this defense is. And they are spread with crosser angles onto one another. They are not spreading thin. And Perfect coming below with a C4, calling out where it's at and saying, when they swing it, I'm going to blow it. Doc with his own C4 in hand. We see a lot of C4 play coming. However, Doc is taken by a Rickshaw. Coral finds a Rickshaw, though. Good read for his teammate. And we see, I think, Keegan going deep in through office now. Coral is smoked off. Imperfect still chilling on those house stairs, waiting for the call. Panday there. Coral taken down. Imperfect now last alive as Panday just abandons it. And Imperfect not hitting anybody with that C4. Coming up house stairs now, taking some damage from Keegan. Panday hitting the defuse. And Keegan will get the good coverage there so his teammate can go for the plant. And they put themselves now into match point at 6-3. Malevolent has been doing fairly well with their pushes here. What do you mean, Texas? Time Torch of Death for real. We are in a game right now, buddy. Is this a T5 league? This is, I think, T4. Well, Time Torch of Death. We are in game, dog. Where are you getting Time Torch? We are actively in a match. Last set of bans coming. We see Bandit and Grim being pulled off the board. No more Bandit tricks. And we see T Karaoke. Now, last time we were up here, I believe SS03 did win the round. However, they don't have that anti-breach. Well, they still have Cade, but you know, they no longer have the Bandit. So it might be a little bit easier for them to try and get walls open and make some plays off of it. A Rickshaw bringing out a shield finally. We see the Blitz on board. And he's going to be playing, hopefully, aggressive with it. And is able to push into the face of, like, Doc or Coral. Solid Snake is not a bad one to push up onto. However, he does have those Goyo canisters that he could set up pretty much anywhere. And XY, playing as the Warden, he is entirely immune. Now, losing the Hard Breacher altogether, they drop the Thermite off. Instead, this time they bring a Sense, a Lion. They have the Capital and the Monty. Will we see a Rush Plant? It is a very good possibility based off of what this lineup is. I got a feeling we're going to see Panday pushing down below. Relic going to be hitting that Lion Skin. Sonic covering with Sense. Keegan smoking it. As a Rickshaw will go in for the plant there. Sonic will get a first pick there. And Perfect now coming up to play inside of Karaoke. Has a C4 in hand, covering bottom black stairs. The C4 in hand could be what cost the Malevolent their push here. And we see Coral throw his Nitro Cell out. If a Rickshaw just dives in, that will be a pick for SS03. onto a very, very strong operator. However, Ariksha can hear the beeping, or I'm going to assume he knows that there's beeping there. As Relic now comes up black stairs and just starts walking in. Shuffling through, finds Kaid. Kaid could see his feet there. Instead, does not choose to react. Coral now having to take his attention off of the Monty. Lays some damage, but not a kill onto him. They now have sight control, but Monty, the guy with the fuser, is currently out on balcony. And Coral will be taken as he tries to run away from the Monty. Given a kill there. XY is found by Keegan, playing the full holes. It is now Doc in a 1v5. Monty coming in now, taking shots on a Doc. And a refrag from Relic will clean it up. As we see Malevolent win 2-0 for the first round of semifinals. Yo, illegal scan on Bandit, LOL what? Bro, okay. It's not my job to call that out. That is on Malevolent. If they had an issue with it, they would have. But we see Malevolent walk away with a victory here. And a very good one at that. 2-0 is nothing to scoff at, especially not in playoffs. They continue on with their perfect record. They were 6-0 coming into this. I believe that is 6 maps won. And they will add 2 more under that belt. Let's jump in and get a quick interview with them now. Malevolent Esports Company. Congratulations. What?
Oh, thank you. I said, are we doing an interview?
I'm here, ain't I?
You to tell me to. Are we doing it in here?
Oh.
Yeah, come on in. We're here.
Damn, come on.
Think
in.
all of us
Like,
5?
in you or what?
All 5 of
guys?
us?
Yo, maybe.
Yo, stop. Thanks for the gift. Thanks for the fucking sub, man.
All right. I guess.
Yo,
I
you're
guess we
getting
can rock
subs?
with
Send
all
them my way.
5.
You guys
Like-
Moss, by the way.
Doing
Yeah,
it.
make sure you send
Oh,
in your
shit.
mosses. Now, coming
Yeah.
off that win, how y'all feeling?
That shit was pretty cake.
Yeah.
Pretty cake, you say.
Wait,
I mean, did
it,
you see what they were doing?
There was some odd rounds there, I'll give you that.
It was
It
just
definitely-
shaking ass, twin.
it definitely wasn't too much of like a stress-inducing game. Like every round we lost, we could attribute to us just not calming something, not droning something, or just losing a gunfight that we should have won.
You know, that's
You know
fair.
we play?
SS03.
SS03.
Who do you, are you guys, you know, I don't know who you guys are going to be playing next week. Man, I don't know how the bracket looks. Does anyone got the bracket?
There's a bracket? I don't think
Yeah,
so.
there's a bracket. It's in.
That answered your question.
I didn't see a bracket.
It's in match results. Extreme and Dark Knight Speed Extreme. We just beat SSO, and then it's Forgotten Monarchs and Team Denial. So it'll be either DKE or Forgotten Monarchs / Team Denial. That's weird.
All right. Are you guys game planning for any of that already, or are you going to wait to see the results?
We're just gonna wait.
Just waiting?
Out of every team that's still in the quarterfinals, we've played them. Besides Team Denial Academy and Dark Knights. We played
Alright.
Azella and Team Denial. We just beat Team Denial last night, actually.
Now, was there any, like, special strat planning going into this?
Nah.
Actually,
A
that
little
last
bit,
round,
actually.
We kind of fucked up.
Yeah?
We did a look at the wall top black, see if it was reinforced, and nobody brought can openers, and we brought claymores.
Oh, you want to know what I
Shit was
seen?
janky.
I seen your Monty with diffuser all by himself in Geisha.
Yo,
Yeah, that was
Oh,
part
we
of the
know.
plan.
Oh, we know.
I'm
All
a gunner,
right, all right. That
That we
was,
were gonna go in.
Even though
I
I
seen-
told him, I shouted at him. But
I
you know.
seen the whole team with
he could
sight
do.
control, and I look and I'm like, wonder why planner's not? Oh, it's on Monty.
Yeah, as soon as I turned my back, I died of that belt. I had to get that belt gone. And there was a C4 at the window, so I couldn't just, like, push her.
Yeah, you know.
Yeah.
Man just
You know,
took
Relic-
took
Relic
Geisha
just
as,
takes
as
black.
Monty.
You know, Relic just took black, got a kill in karaoke, and then I jump in, proceed to bait Relic, get another kill, and then we got saved.
So
I
Wait,
will.
hold on,
I
that
will
belt
say
better
you
one.
you
Should
asked
be
about
quality.
any match prep that we did. The only match prep we did is we went through the maps that they had banned before, saw which ones they were trying to go for, and we decided like Bank is a map that we like but hate at the same, like it's
Yeah.
a double-edged sword. So we typically ban it and we're like, you know something, screw it. These guys don't seem to play bank. We'll leave it up, and
Alright.
we proceeded to ban their 2 out of their 3 map picks that they've done all season. That was the only strategizing we did.
All right. Now, you guys are currently 6-0. Well, actually now I guess 7-0 and have yet to drop a map. Is that just some high confidence you're going to keep riding, or what do we
I'm
How we
feeling good
feeling
about
We're
it.
gonna go for undefeated, twin.
All right.
Definitely. Dude. We've been
Well-
doing good so far in our leagues. Playoffs
Any,
is where it's at.
Any signing off words before we go raid AEL?
I mean, obviously, thanks for casting. GG's to SS03. It was a fun game for the most part.
I like the trash talk.
Thank you.
We had to rein it in. Whenever Sonic starts trash talking, we seem
Yeah,
to start
Sonic's like,
losing
oh,
rounds.
this isn't good fun. And it's like, man, I'm not taking it like that.
Yeah, no, they were
I'm in
getting
their
pretty
heads,
salty.
Dude. I'm stuck in their heads.
With that being said, shout out to the 4 guys in this channel with me. Not you 4.
Wow. Okay.
These guys
well.
played their hearts out, even when they weren't on the scoreboard. Like, everyone was doing their job, contributing to every round that we won. I knew we were gonna start dropping rounds when I looked and I saw our rickshaw was 8-2. That's just not allowed to happen on this team.
No.
No, I went beyond that curse. I went 12-2.
Yeah.
Or
Actually,
14-6.
I dropped double digits too, so.
It's just me.
And then we proceed to the next game, and I also dropped double digits. You know, just Keegan's just the best.
Keegan is just the best.
Yo, I will say one thing though. Panday, don't go watch the VOD back.
Oh god.
Yeah.
Hey, how do you,
He
before
was
you,
just sitting on Panda the whole time, cursing him.
before
no.
you leave for,
Yeah, what's up?
Oh. Go ahead, finish with Panda.
I called you out and gave you the Eriksha curse at one point. I flip
So it
over, I
was-
see you're like 1-7. I'm like, oh, he's playing like a rickshaw nutty, and just moved on.
I was at some point. I didn't even
Yeah.
look at it.
Oh
Wait,
yeah, you chalet dude,
crazy.
you were getting reamed.
No,
I didn't want to say
on
anything.
on skyscraper.
Was
he
it
was
Sky?
like he was 1-8 at one point. I'm like, oh, that's rough.
Crazy.
Big L.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
crazy, Panda.
So a question for you four.
No,
I got 2 rounds that I want to know your opinion about. How do you
No.
like the rat play on Shrine, and how do you like the Tachanka play on Shrine?
dude, the Tachanka play had
Tachanka
me
was for you.
hyped. I was so happy. Like the way, as soon as he died and you just pulled right in the spot, I was so happy. But hey, my raid just left to go take out AEL. I'm gonna end the stream here. I'll see you guys later.